Hello, everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Thursday, December 22nd, and this is our last This Day for the week. And thank you for joining us today. We have a couple of meeting announcements for you. At 2 o'clock today will be the United Agenda Prep in the Willow Room. However, Friday's meetings have been canceled, so there's no meetings, as well as Monday, all meetings have been canceled. We are on holiday here at Village Management Services, so there won't be any meetings, so I wanted to let you know about that. All right, so everything's canceled for the meetings for Friday and Monday. All right, on our show today, we have Peter Afrasiabi, and he's here on behalf of Cerebrum Labs MindSense, and he's gonna talk to us about memory and how you can help your memory. And then we have May Roberts, who's here on behalf of the Florence Sylvester Senior Center, and she's got some great events coming up, and most importantly, their wine tasting that they have once a month. So we'll go over that. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Actually, before we get to our weather, can we please talk to you a little bit about a holiday tidbit? I forgot about that tidbit. So Hanukkah is a great celebration, and take a look at this. I actually searched for this, and it was really hard to find this one. So why are Hanukkah colors blue and white? The talit, or Jewish prayer shawl, is customarily made in a white fabric with black stripes and one blue string. The blue fringe comes from the blue snail dye that is mentioned throughout the Torah. The color blue is also mentioned extensively throughout our religious texts according to Shabbat. So I wanted to point that out. And like I said, it's really hard to find that particular shawl. All right, just an announcement for Christmas trees. Wanted to let you know that the landscape department is going to pick up Christmas trees on 3 consecutive Tuesdays, December 27th, January 3rd, and January 10th. You need to call Resident Services 48 hours prior at 949-597-4600 because they'll pick them up and then they will mulch them and they'll spread it around all over the village. So right after our break, we are going to have a Cerebrum Labs, but before we get to that, we're going to do our weather. So take a look at these numbers. We are looking absolutely insanely wonderful for our holiday weekend. 67-48, 68-50, 74-53, 76-55, and then beautiful 76-54. If you are traveling this weekend, take a look at these numbers. Everything has warmed up quite a bit. Beaches, San Diego, Santa Barbara are looking at about the 70s with the overnight in the 50s. Palm Springs, a nice 82-57. Tahoe, Big Bear, and Mammoth, all in the 40s, but Big Bear 55. And the overnights in the high 20s, 30s, and Las Vegas, 65-45. Excellent. Very nice temperatures. All right, when we come back, we'll have Cerebrum Labs with MindSense. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, we have Pete Afrasiabi here on behalf of MindSense, which is the product but produced and promoted by Cerebrum Labs. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Lisa.
So, okay, so Cerebrum Labs puts out MindSense brand. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about Cerebrum Labs and how you got involved.
Well, over the last 25 years or so, I've been involved in a lot of different research material and work that involved brain research specifically.
Okay.
And through a variety of different tools, whether they're actual tools or vitamins and a variety of different remedies that allow you to help improve that function, whether it's meditation, at outdoor activities. Those are the things that we really focus on. And we've realized the research over the last 25 years into nutrition has become so much more prevalent.
Right.
So much so that you now have organic foods, you have foods without pesticides, without hormones, things that we didn't think of 25 years ago, right? And that science has sort of advanced into a nutritional, specific nutritional foray, where you're talking about joint health and brain health, immune health, things of that nature. So that's how I kind of got involved into the brain health side of things.
So, of course, brain health is very important here, and we have many organizations like the Alzheimer's OC are very popular here, Fit Brain Club. A lot of this stuff is really surrounding the brain and how you can educate your brain and keep it healthy for longer. So what exactly is MindSense?
MindSense is a collection of multiple products. MindSense 1 is a scientifically researched product that is basically a multivitamin that includes a variety of different vitamins that we're used to. It has a very specific B vitamin in it that we basically is more absorbable in the body. Most B vitamins that you take just goes right through you. It doesn't get absorbed as much. So we put out something that would help at least have a better impact on the body. So and one of the things that we did through our research is understanding how these different ingredients, nutrients, help each other to help the body. So sort of a whole is larger than the sum of its parts type of a thing, and a synergy in the sense that you take, for example, you take vitamin D and calcium together, or vitamin C along with it, or you take vitamin C with other things for immunity, for joint health. You take other. So this type of research is important, and we've sort of taken it to the next level, and I could speak to that.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the research that is involved in something like this, because it's interesting that you mentioned, we take a B vitamin, or we take a D, or we take a zinc, or we take all these different things, and pretty soon we're gonna end up with 20 pills. And nobody wants to take that many pills, especially if you happen to have prescriptions on top of that, right? So now you're adding so many more. So when you talk about the research, how did you, what kind of research did you do to come to this combination of things?
Right, so much of the research that has already been done is so much so our company didn't actually provide the research material itself. What we did, there are thousands of trials, thousands of research and tests that are happening all the time on a variety of vitamins, herbs, and a variety of different types of nutrients. What we did, which is revolutionary, and the discovery of this product, MindSense 1, came about 2-3 years after we discovered it, was we applied artificial intelligence to the research material. So what we do is we take whatever nutrients that are out there that are basically being researched, whatever ailment, not ailment necessarily, but inefficiencies in the body in terms of nutrition, they're trying to resolve, the success rates, and the numerous various research material that is related to that particular product.
Right. I know we have a slide that talks about there's brain components. Is that something that they do with the research, where they've looked at different areas of the brain to sort of depict what is needed?
Right. So the neurotransmitter research is probably one of the most important areas that the science of brain research is focused on today. And you have a variety of different neurotransmitters, whether it's dopamine, serotonin. We say it's the happy neurotransmitter, or dopamine, the fight or flight type neurotransmitter. And there's a variety of other ones as well. There's GABA, there's glutathione, there's multiple ones that each one of them performs a different function. And the brain is probably the most complex organ in the body.
Right.
So the research that we did is similar to how a self-driving car has been invented. The artificial intelligence, or shoppers are shopping for things, and all of a sudden you get an offer in front of you that's similar to what you thought about, but not necessarily. So those are the types of technologies that we've used and utilized. But individual vitamins don't help by themselves.
Right.
What's important, and you have a slide behind you, is exercise, meditation, staying mentally active, remaining socially involved, and eating a balanced diet are some of the most important ways to keep the brain healthy.
Right, which I think we do on a regular basis. However, with Mind Sense, though, it's a nutritional supplement that has a variety of ingredients in it that are supposed to help our memory in particular. So how is it working? So
naturally, all of these things that we have to undertake, like some folks may not be able to exercise regularly. Some folks may not be able to be socially involved and get their brains kind of involved in social events and the like. What this nutrient helps with, and this is the most important thing, is it helps your own body heal itself, because everybody's different.
Right.
Everyone has some sort of deficiency in their body. Some have like nerve pain in their hands. Some have joint problems. Some have. So what we do with this vitamin and these nutrients and herbs, especially the NeuroCalm blend that's in the vitamin, it helps calm your mind.
Okay.
And as a result, we didn't anticipate this, but we've had many people take Mind Sense 1 and say they don't have pain in their hands as much, the type of nerve pain. And we didn't anticipate some of these. We were focused on the brain, but there are some unintended good results that you can get from this. And as the word unintended, we tried so hard to make sure that there are no unintended bad results coming out of this. So the dosage that we selected is very conservative to make sure that it doesn't harm the body, and it just helps the body heal itself, so to speak.
Is it something that you take once a day?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have Mind Sense 1, which is a multivitamin herbal blend. You take once a day, typically in the morning, because it helps boost your mood and energy.
Okay.
And then the probiotic is towards the afternoon, and then we have a sleep aid type of for Mind Sense 3 that will help. Throughout the day, you have all of these different, so you can get rid of the clutter in your vitamin cabinet.
I love that. Now, you do have some specials that are going on. So starting on December 23rd, so kind of a holiday special, you've got a lightning deal, one day only. $10 is for what? That bottle that we're seeing right there?
That bottle is right now this is on Amazon. So on Amazon, it's selling for about $37 or so and change. $10 is roughly about 25-30% of that. And so that there's a it's the retail price on it is $49. So if you actually take that discount, you're realizing almost a 50% discount to the retail price.
That's awesome.
And then we have other specials, and that's only one day. That's a lightning deal that we selected. For the holidays, folks want to do New Year's resolutions and things
exactly. And then you've got some specials that are in January, so that's a couple of other things that you got going on.
We have those specials are ongoing from now up till January 15th of next year. So
perfect. And of course, that's on Amazon.
That is on Amazon.
However, if they want any information, they can always go to your website.
They can go to our website. The chat box is open. They can call, leave a number. There's a phone number at the bottom, and we can get all the information to them that they need.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for the information. I appreciate you coming on.
My pleasure.
All right.
Thank you.
If you want more information about what we have just discussed, of course, you can always go to mindsense.info. We'll be right back.
I'm an entrepreneur and have been struggling with staying focused on tasks. I needed something to help me with focus and memory and have found the holy grail of multivitamins. MindSense One has removed my brain fog and now I have better clarity and can focus on tasks and remember names and places much better. MindSense One helps support the 8 indicators of brain health.
Purchase at mindsense.info or available at these fine retailers.
I'm so happy to recommend Dr. Fairman. I've been going to her for 9 years. She's done implants, crowns, bridges, root canals, and I've been happy with everything that she's done. The staff is so friendly and pleasant, kind, and gentle. I would recommend her to anyone.
We are now fully open for all your dental needs and invite you to come in and experience the brilliant smile difference.
We are close to Gate 6 near Snooty Fox Restaurant behind Coco's.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Amay Roberts, who's here on behalf of the Florence Sylvester Senior Center. And you see some wine glasses here. We'll tell you about that in just a bit. But happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
And you always have some great stuff. So as you can see, we have a little bit of wine here, but we'll get to that in just a minute. But first, tell me about some of the great things you have coming up.
We are getting in full swing for 2023. So as we're wrapping up the year, we have our line dancing. That's something that's going to continue on to next year. So
Okay.
I wanted to use that as a demonstration of all the fun, different kinds of things we have going on.
Yeah.
But
that's going to be a regular thing that you're going to be doing on Tuesdays and Fridays. And you know, you have that one gentleman that's teaching, right?
Yes, Mel
He
Branham.
is very popular. You're not the only ones after him.
He is so good, and he is about this tall, but he wears a hat that's taller than me, so I can see him from across the room, and
Nice.
he's wonderful.
And he's been doing this for a really long time.
Yes, he has.
Nice. Okay, that's awesome. And does he bring his own music?
He brings his own music. He's almost always in costume. And he really helps guide people because people come in at all different abilities, and some people have been doing it for a long time. Some people it's their first time.
Nice.
So he's awesome.
I love that. And then one other thing I wanted to ask is that, so when it comes to the line dancing, do people have to RSVP?
They do not.
Oh, okay.
They just have to show up and sign in and start dancing.
Perfect. I
Yes.
love that. And that's so much fun. Line dancing has been so popular. And another thing I wanted to mention is you don't necessarily have to stand. You could be in a wheelchair also, right?
You could. That's right. A lot of it is about the coordination with mind and body. So you're learning something, you're taking it in through your senses here, and your feet are, doing the work.
Okay.
So dancing is just really good for you in so many ways.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's talk about the next item. That's a speakeasy. Now, I have to tell you that the speakeasy I go to is down in Laguna, and it's called Mozambique. And if you go to the first floor, there is a speakeasy called the Durban Room. Really cool vibe. So tell me how you're going to create that vibe.
We're going to do our very, very best to do this. So we have a really good friend of Florence Sylvester Senior Center who is friends with Harold Lloyd's granddaughter.
Okay.
And she goes around the country. She's even done cruises, all with the theme of screening Harold Lloyd's silent films and then doing talks. So they're super interesting. So we had the opportunity for her to come to Florence, so we sort of built a whole event out of it. So when people purchase a ticket, they will get a password. They will be ushered in a secret entrance.
I love it.
So beware. And there's going to be a lot of fun things built around that time period. So around, Prohibition, 1920s, costumes are highly encouraged.
Oh, nice.
So-
kind of a Gatsby theme.
That's right, like an Art
Nice.
Deco, Gatsby type
Love
of
it.
feel.
I love it.
We are going to have a dance teacher there that will be teaching the Charleston.
Oh.
For those interested, a photo booth, a cigarette girl, all kinds of fun things. Candy cigarettes, of course.
Oh, I love it. Well,
of course.
What else is there? I mean, those ones where you blow the puff and stuff comes out. Those are fun. So wait, let's look at the dates again. So you've got it coming up when?
That's coming up in the end of January.
Okay.
January 28th.
Okay, that's going to sell out fast.
It is. We are limiting the number of tickets.
Yeah.
So that is something you need to come to the center, buy the ticket, talk to me personally, because you do, again, need a password.
You need the password to get in.
Yes.
That is awesome. I went to one, like the speakeasy I mentioned is anybody can go. But there is a true speakeasy that I went to in Canada, in Toronto. And we had no idea until we heard about it from one of the waitresses. She goes, oh yeah, you got to go to this place. So you go and it's a regular restaurant. But then you have to have the code, just like you said.
Right.
And then they take you to the back and there's a secret entrance and a secret door. So that'll be a load of fun.
It will be.
I love it. You're very creative.
Oh, thanks.
Fun,
We're
fun,
going to
fun.
also, one thing I forgot is there will be a musical accompanist to the short film and throughout the evening. So she is
so
bringing
fun.
her own piano players. So that should be pretty cool.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, that's great. That's at the end of the month. So when are the tickets on sale? Is it now?
They are on sale right now.
Okay.
We just put out the flyer, and the tickets just are hot off the press.
Yeah, so get on that, people, because that is going to go, because that's awesome.
Yes.
All the things that you're doing are kind of filling up fast, and I know that you got your wine tasting, which is one of the ones we're going to talk about right now, and that's why we have all of our stuff right in front of us. Is wine tasting is held once a month, and you focus on different kinds of wines. And this is because your background is a sommelier. Tell us what a sommelier is.
It is someone who has not just drank a lot of wine, because that's not really the point. It's you're consciously tasting the wine, understanding what you're tasting, and then you have some education about the history of wine, what's in the wine, how the wine is made. Depending on what level you are, different producers around the world that are significant. Just like anything else, the higher up, there are only, I think, around 130 master sommeliers in the world. So there are 3 levels of sommeliers.
Okay.
And depending what level you are, you know a little bit more, and you're expected to be able to smell more. And taste
Well, and
more.
you are very knowledgeable. I've been to one of your wine tastings, and you certainly are good at it, and you walk people through. So let's talk about what happens during that time frame. So the one that you have coming up in January, you're going to be focusing on Merlots, and we have a Merlot right here. Quickly tell me about this wine.
So this wine is the wine that is representing California. So this is a Napa Valley all-estate vineyard-grown Merlot. Freemark Abbey is one of the iconic wineries from California, so it's only fitting that we put them in this lineup.
Okay.
And this winery spans 3 centuries. So they have, a historied background in the wine industry. So this was a really important one to get out there. So
I like
wonderful
it. I
Merlot.
like it. So when you sign up, you guys get to you sit in a circle with other people who are participating, and then they put down a sheet in front of you. Actually, it'll already be in front of you, and then you'll have your wine right in front of you here, and we're kind of showing you the sheet. It's a little hard to see, but you get 4 pours.
That's right.
And tell me how that works in terms of why those lines are down there.
Okay, so you have 4 pours. It's already poured when you walk in. And then I always tell people, you are under no obligation to fill out the sheet.
Okay.
If you want to come in and mix them, or if you want to just shoot them all and go, that's fine. However, most people, they really do want to learn a little bit, and that's up to them.
Okay.
So basically, you have your wine, and you can kind of look through those different lines. So you can see how the wine looks.
Right.
You can make a notation. You can see how it smells. You can see how it tastes to you. And then at the bottom, if you would like, you can write down the information about the wine so that when you leave, you can take that paper with you. I encourage people also to get one of the apps that they can just scan the bottle.
Yeah, that Vivino app is the one that I
So
use.
cool.
It's super easy. You just click on the label and it accepts it, and then it will tell you like the points it is and all sorts of really great information. Okay,
and that's so
perfect.
helpful when you're out shopping and you're like, oh,
Absolutely.
what was that wine that I tasted that I loved?
Yeah.
Or, especially after a few wines, you kind of maybe forget the first one.
Or you're looking to spend less money for a good wine, because there
That's
are
right.
some that are very high points and they're like $9.99. So
That's
you can
right.
certainly find some good ones. Okay, so then the other thing that you would give them is a circle. Tell me about the wheel.
So this is a traditional tasting wheel. You can find one of these anywhere. You can find it online at many wine stores, but basically it helps if you're interested in learning the vocabulary for the wine, both the smells and the taste.
Okay.
It kind of helps direct you. So say you're looking at something, you're like, that's floral, but I don't know what that is. You can kind of look on the wine wheel, you can look to floral. That's a primary smell. And then you can see like what kind of floral. Are you smelling gardenia? Are you smelling rose?
wow.
You know, is it a spice? What kind of spice?
Oh, that would be very helpful, I think.
It's super helpful.
Because I think, like, for me, it's like, oh, that smells fruity, or oh, that smells oaky. You know, because I wouldn't even know where to go from there. So, all right, well, this is awesome. So show us how we do this. So we do a little swirl, right? And the swirling is why? Why do we do that?
So a lot of times, especially, so we just opened this wine.
Yeah.
So this wine will be good in 3 days. It will probably taste better than it does today.
Isn't that interesting? Okay.
So this kind of acts like a mini decanter.
Oh, okay.
So you have this larger surface area on the top.
Yeah.
So oxygen is opening the wine up. So you're going to get a lot more smell off of it. But this is kind of just helping it open up. Yeah, sorry.
I might spill it right out of there. All right.
So, you know, I encourage people to do that, especially when we're doing reds that have had some oak treatment.
Okay, and then you smell, right?
Then you smell it.
That smells better than the first time I did it. Oh yeah, well we don't have all day, but anyway, let's
Stick your
taste
nose
it.
in there.
Oh, she's really going to town.
Sorry.
I was supposed to swish it. I didn't swish it. Oh darn! I'll have to have another sip.
In all that time,
So
I mean,
much fun.
You're enjoying it.
Exactly.
You certainly don't have to think
and you guys
about
have
it.
little snacks too, right? Because
We do.
sometimes it's important to cleanse your palate.
That's right.
I love it. And you get 4 different kinds, right?
Yes.
Which I think is great. And I love it. And it's very important for you to make sure you call in and get an RSVP because it fills up super fast.
That's right.
And so that's going to be in January, and it's the 4th Friday?
It's always the first Friday
Oh,
of
the
the
first
month.
Friday. Oh,
That's
sorry
right.
about that. So the first Friday. So that's going to be coming up really quick. So call her right now.
That's right.
Perfect.
Right
Thank
now.
you. Thank you so much, and happy holidays to you.
Oh, happy
And
holidays.
Happy New Year too.
Thanks
for coming in.
Cheers.
If you want more information, you can always call the Senior Center, and the phone number is right there on that flyer. We'll be right back.
Hi folks, this is Dan O'Weiler with Sterling Financial Advisors. We've been around for a long time, been on ThisDay with Lisa, and just wanted you to know that we're still in business, even through the pandemic. We still have the opportunity to now meet with people individually, in person, and we'd like to invite you to give us a call if it would make some sense. If you're doing some planning for retirement, please give us a call. We'll be happy to meet with you. Thanks so much.
All right, real quick, I just wanted to remind you that tomorrow we don't have a ThisDay or Saturday or Monday because those are holidays for us. And we're doing another giveaway. See this awesome cup? We have this awesome mug that's from Golden Circle Cruise and Tours. Be the first person to email me at Laguna Woods Village TV@gmail.com. And lastly, wanted to show you all of the movies that we have for you on December 24th and December 25th. Have a great day in the village. Bye-bye.